Good morning, everybody. Had to do a quick video this morning. It's been a few days since I did one. And, right? What about that New World Order? Huh? You gotta love it, right? You gotta love it. Well, there you go. I am live. Yeah. Been a few days. Thought I'd do one today. It's nuts. It's nuts. The biggest piece of garbage going on right now is all this war, all this killing. It's crazy. It's crazy. And you're anti-Semitic if you say that. You're anti-Semitic if you say, man, shouldn't be killing all them people like that. Man, oh, you like my swivel? Make you dizzy. But yeah, anti-Semitism. And I can't believe how many of our freaking politicians are bought and paid for by them. That just, wow. I never knew it was that bad. And it's just, wow. And y'all see that Tucker Carlson and Ted Cruz interview? That was great. That was great. And that right there, that goes to show you the amount of propaganda that's been thrust on us over the last, since 1947 when Israel, was it 48, that they moved into Palestine. It's been the same thing the whole time. What about us? We deserve a right to exist. We exist. The Bible says we're the greatest. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And you know we're in big trouble when my whole lifetime, and I can remember, every politician newly elected said, I'm going to get accountability. I'm going to hold people responsible. Nah, they're not going to get away with that stuff anymore. Sure, they're not. Actually, they're going to teach you how to get away with that stuff. And when you see how easy it is to get away with that stuff, you're going to know, okay, I can hang with you guys. I think I can do this. What's my storyline? Anti-Semitism. Any criticism is anti-Semitism. Okay. Even if I'm not one of them, it's okay. I see how that works. And then, look what happens. Look at the what is it? What is it called? Well, it's a societal deal where the pendulum swings, and in New York City, wow, it has swung left, and everybody assumes, wow, the action is usually swings back to the right. No, it swung farther left. That's crazy. And is it just me, or is everybody going, that dude in New York is the mayor already? They haven't even had the election yet. I guess it's just a given that the Democratic nominee every year, no matter what, is going to win every time. Because as soon as he won the primary, it was like, I have a new mayor of New York. It's like, really? He's okay? But yeah, in New York, that's crazy. It swung further left. And he took old Bernie's advice, used the proper words like democratic socialism. And but he used an old Marxist term too. He's looking to seize the means of production. That's a good one from the old commies. Let's seize the means of production. Because they're going to make it fair. Make it fair. The New World Order, boy. Ouch. We're going to pay. Well, we've been paying. I mean, think about it. It didn't have to be this way. That's what's bad, is it didn't have to be this way. We didn't have to be. $37 trillion in debt. We didn't have to be one of the sickest countries in the world. It didn't have to be this way. Our inflation, everything, our food, it is everything. It didn't have to be this way. People that wear little hats, little bitty hats, like up here, they done this to us. They done this to us. And if you say anything, you're an anti-Semite. You can't say, whoa, you guys, that's really not cool what y'all done. You're an anti-Semite, you're an anti-Semite, you're an anti-Semite. Well, guys, I set everything up here and it didn't get me a lighter. I'll be right back. All right, yeah, not good. Should have brought me a lighter. But yeah, this stuff is crazy, is it not? I mean, wow, wow. It's just, and so bad enough, right? All that here in Texas, we had the one thing we had going was, and I showed y'all before, this THCA hemp product. Well, there was word a few months ago it's in a bill that's passed the House and the Senate in Texas, and it's gonna outlaw all these THC products in Texas, all of them. Gonna be done with them. Well, shoot, about a week ago, they announced our Governor Abbott didn't sign it. He vetoed it, didn't sign the bill, said no. So we gained a little time, because I can't see going back to buying off the streets. And this is just too convenient. It works. It's as good as the Mary Jane I'd had in the past. Wake and bake with you guys. I tell you, we almost had it outlawed. And I don't know why I didn't read, but it'll come up again somewhere. Texas just can't leave shit alone. But that same Judeo-Christian backing of Israel is the same suckers behind keeping it illegal in Texas. That Christian coalition, while they're in the back room with underage girls and snorting coke and all that, we can't even have a little weed. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. On good notes, we're heading up to see the grandbabies next week, which will be great. The grandson Miles, he's getting big. Granddaughter Addie, she'll be 4 on the 7th. 4. Wow. And that's one of those, she's got one of those gold birthdays, 7/7/21. Right? And they take her to Vegas when she gets old enough. Those kind of numbers. Right? But sweet babies. Sweet babies. On a personal note, for those of you who watched me over the last year or two, one of my main deals is I've suffered with back pain. Broke my back 8 years ago. August 28th this year would be 8 years. Broke my back. rehab, physical therapy, injections, acupuncture, chiropractors, spinal cord stimulator inserted, all that. Been through all that. Still no relief. Still hurt every day. Hadn't played golf in I tried about 2 years ago. Couldn't play. Made it through about 8 holes. Couldn't even do 9. So I've been in a lot of pain. I had to hire out my work around my house, my yard work. I got a riding lawnmower, but I can't do the weed eating and stuff. It was just too bad on my back. So I had been searching, right, this whole 8 years for relief, something. And one of my big problems, my ribs always popping out. Just kill me. Just ribs always give me shit. And I've searched and searched and searched over these 8 years, and I've done searches on rib subluxation, which is inversion of the rib. Nothing. I've searched any treatments for ribs that pop out. Nothing. So about 2 weeks ago, I'm just all of a sudden in my brain, I went, let's search rib subluxation again. And I search it, and boom, first thing that pops up is slipping rib syndrome. And here's a whole list of doctors who treat it. And there's one right over in Lake Charles, 45 miles away. Never heard of slipping rib syndrome. Never heard of anybody being able to treat it. 8 years searching, high and low. Not a peep. Never heard of it. So I go to my practitioner and they give me a consult. I'm going to go see that guy on the 30th about my slipping ribs. But in the interim of that, I ran across some videos that talked about brain reprocessing therapy. And the headline was bold. End of chronic pain. Any kind. Back pain, migraines, whatever. Fibromyalgia, they said. I'm like, what? So I watch this video, and it's pretty interesting. I'm like, huh. And in the video, they say, get this book, read this one book. And so I watch a couple more videos, and it's getting really interesting. It's making a lot of sense. And you see the commercials with the testimonials, right? And then a lot of testimonials and a lot of people making a lot of big claims of decades. I went to Al. Did you hear the Al? Right back behind me. Got all these testimonials. Chronic pain, had a car wreck, everything. And I'm just, of course, I'm skeptical. Never heard of anything like this before. And so I bought the book. It's a paperback, Amazon, $9.97. Didn't cost much. I start reading it. And my acupuncturist here had been talking to a lady in California that was doing this brain reprocessing therapy. So he got me an appointment with her. We got together and got an appointment set up. And I did a Zoom call with her. And I'd read some of the book. I'd watched some videos. Had a Zoom with her. And she walked me through this reprocessing therapy. And guys, I'm telling you, in the last 2 weeks, since I started practicing this, I weeded my own yard the other day. The day before yesterday, I went and played 9 holes of golf. Not hurting. I'm sitting here almost by the minute, just wondering when it's all going to come back, but it didn't. And it's an amazing thing. It's your own brain. It's just your own brain and how you've trained it in pain. It just doesn't know anything else. It's just Any little thing, it's a pain signal. So if you've suffered with chronic pain, I'm telling you, look into brain reprocessing therapy. There's several videos online. There are people who do short videos who walk you through what they call somatic tracking, and I I can't. You hear that, Al? It's right there. He's sitting right over there. They're pretty sweet. But sorry, I talked to him. But yeah, it's all on you. It really is. It's one of those things you've heard it your whole life. Mind over matter, right? Type of deal. Well, it is that, but it's in a positive light. It's in a joyful light. It's in a I hear you, dude. Um, you got to replace the fear. That explain how you know all pain is fear, trauma based, right? Something happened, it made you scared. Your brain reacted. It signaled pain, just to protect you. Well, our brain, with neuroplasticity, neuroplastic syndrome, is where basically our pain receptors are just stuck in the on position. They're just always highly sensitive. Any little thing, even a thought, right? For me, just the thought of having to get in my truck and drive the 578 miles to Big Spring to see my dad just would start my back hurting. Just the thought of it, you know. Boy, they're talkative this morning. That kind of stuff. Just the thought of a lot of things would bring you pain. And the more I'm practicing this mindset, the better I'm doing. I I can't say enough about it to encourage you to try it, because it's really a personal thing where you got to get in your own mind, and you got to start making sure you realize you're not injured. You're fine. Structurally, I have structural things going on, but there's no reason for them to cause me pain. The places I'm having pain is not, you know, no reason. And so try it out. Try it out. If you're interested, if you need it, if you need healing, I suggest you do it anyway, just for everyday overall health and feeling better every day. If things do rise up, you don't need to go to the doctor. You don't have to take any pain meds. You don't have to do any of those things. You can do it in your own mind. I hope y'all can hear those owls. I hope y'all can hear those. They're I got a family of them around here, and the babies. I've been watching the last 5 months. The mom and dad hunting and going and feeding the babies in the trees, and then about a month ago, the babies they suddenly started hunting for themselves a little bit, and I hope you can hear that on the on the video. If you can, at the 19-minute mark, turn it up, because the owls, it's so amazing to watch them. They'll start with these calls, back and forth. Then all of a sudden they'll do that, and they just start raising hell for some reason, and then they chill. Then they chill right out. But I was talking about the babies, and all of a sudden they start hunting on their own. And there's only been about 4 or 5 times in the last year or at least the 6 months since the babies were born, that I've seen all 4 of them in the trees together. The dad, I've decided, is the most elusive. The mom, she's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. Yesterday, this was cool, guys. I was out beside my house. I have an acre, and down beside my house, I have plenty of room to hit some golf balls. So my first one, I just had a pitching wedge. I kind of line dropped it. It didn't get about 10 feet off the ground. It went, bam, hit into the trees, but about 10 feet before it hits the trees and goes down, the mama owl come flying out of the trees at it. She thought it was some kind of flying creature, and she wanted it. And so I go back to pick up the balls, and I'm headed. I see the one, and I look up, and I'm not 6 feet right there. Mama owl is sitting there, and she was looking down at that golf ball. And I walk up, and we both stare at each other. I walk back. I leave. I don't ever disturb them. They've gotten used to me and the dogs. When we roam around, they've gotten pretty used to us. But it's pretty cool to watch now. The babies, they have been making this certain sound, this screech type deal. They'd sit there and just do this, almost sound like a whimpering of a dog. And mom or dad would come in and feed them. And then the last week, they don't make that sound anymore. I haven't heard that sound one time. I've seen them in the trees, but they don't make that sound anymore. They're all grown up. And right over there in my garage on this top shelf, a little wren, itty bitty wren bird, has made a nest. Her name's Marlene, and she loves strawberries and blueberries. I put her some strawberries and blueberries out every morning, and she got 4 eggs in there. And so I'm a daddy. I'm gonna be a daddy again. But things are going well. My pain relief coming the way it is such a blessing. Wow. When you reduce your pain by 20% is great. When you reduce it by 50%, it's amazing. And this 50% is just eking its way up to 55, 60, way longer periods in between any kind of little twinges or anything, any kind of pains. Right now my lower back is a little twingy, but I'm sitting in this chair. I know I haven't hurt myself, and I've only been doing it 2 weeks, and all the books, they say, 8 to 10 weeks of personal therapy with one of these people, it should get you on your track. You may need more. And so, I'm going to have another Zoom with her on, I think, 17th, something like that. But as it stands right now, I'm doing myself a lot of good with it. And it's one of those things where there's going to be a lot of people go, when they read about it, they'll be like, yeah, that won't work for me. Well, it's one of those things. If you don't want the healing, if you're not really truly seeking it, and your mind's not wrapped around it, you're not going to get it. It's not going to work. It's the same thing as the placebo effect. If you believe you're getting a pill that's going to cure whatever it is, you're going to be more likely to be healed from it. But if you're doubtful, your brain, that's the way it works. You gotta get it in line, and you gotta trust, and you gotta understand that that's the way the brain works. You can rewire it, right? It gets stuck. My seizures. That's just a full-on electrical short, right? I've got to have some bad wiring after that. Hell, I've had a dozen of them. And, they're never good. So look it up. There's a book called The Way Out by Alan Gordon. You can get it on Amazon. It's cheap. It's a good little read. He's got some good anecdotal stories in there. It's an easy read. It's not very technical. It is pretty straightforward, and it's one of those things that back in the early '80s, I remembered seeing a 60 Minutes, and they were going to a children's hospital, and they were on the cancer ward, and they'd been doing a study with these kids, and these kids were using visualization therapy at the time they were calling it, I believe, for their cancer, and just imagining, their cancer, being destroyed in whatever way that kid thought best, right? And they encouraged them to use their imagination and their mind. And several of the kids, cancer was cured and went away. And they interviewed this one who's completely cured. And they say, hey, the doctors say you're cancer free. He's maybe 6 or 7. He's all, yeah, no more cancer. And they said, well, you did it yourself. And he's like, oh, well, yeah, they told me, to just go in there and get rid of it. And he goes, well, how'd you do it? He goes, well, every night when I went to bed, I would send out spaceships all in my body, and they would blow up all the cancers. They would kill them all. And the guy interviewer is like, that's it, really? He goes, yeah, that's it. And I mean, just think about that, the innocence of the child, just the sheer trust. They told him he could do it. He believed them. He did it. So there's no reason we can't get out of our own way and reduce our pain, if not completely eliminate it. Because that being in pain every freaking day is just for the birds. Sitting on ice packs, putting on my electrodes for my TENS unit, heating pads, back braces, just going for acupuncture, going to chiropractor. There's the money I've spent on just temporary relief, not even any sort of permanence. Just money after money after money, no results. And this, for 2 weeks, cost me a book to read, and I'm doing better. I'm doing better, no doubt about it. And I, like I said, I played golf the other day. I'm probably gonna play again next week. I'm not gonna push it, of course. I haven't played in over 2 years. I got some muscles that are sore, that I haven't used in a while. I expected that, but all good news. All good news, except for this new world order we got going. Man, what a shit show. And does it really get any weirder than what's been going on this last decade? I mean, just wow. The propaganda, the lies, the sheer just corruption, and basically everything. Just wow. Come on. My whole life, every politician that was, elected, y'all know what they say. Yeah, I'm gonna hold people accountable. Wow, they all lied to us, all of them. What are we gonna do? They say, oh, you gotta get out and vote. In my lifetime, that has been proven false, completely false, 100% false. Just vote. That'll fix it. No, that ain't gonna fix it. That ain't gonna fix it. No. The fatigue we've got from the minorities, the fatigue we've got from the Zionists, the fatigue we've got from just the sheer unaccountability, the number of billionaires in the last 10 years going through the roof. while the number of people falling below poverty drops, goes amazingly bad, and us stuck here in the middle, we're being told you're part of the problem on one side, and we're told you're the solution on the other side. Which one is it? Which one is it? Being a heterosexual white Christian, I am part of the problem, they say. Big part of the problem. Me, my family, taking care of ourselves, not needing any help from anybody else. We're a big problem here. Us paying all our bills, being responsible, helping others when we can. We're a big problem. Big problem here. Can't have that. Isn't it great? I mean, just the way the left fractures all of their different radical causes. Just see those protests where they looked at the crowd, and it's all boomers. It's all these people that are from the '60s, these fucking hippies from the '60s, and they think it's time for revolution again. It's crazy. It's crazy. Did y'all see the stat that said the last time that isn't the Senate that's filibustering? Somebody's been filibustering. They said the last time that a bill was filibustered that long was, I believe, 1967. The Democrats filibustered for 75 days to stop the Civil Rights Bill. Yeah, look it up. The Democrats filibustered 75 days, I believe that's what it was, to stop the Civil Rights Bill. That's who we're dealing with. And they haven't changed. They're no different. Well, they're more radical now. They got more avenues of manipulation now. Good job. Did we not have fatigue from promises made, nothing kept? All this. Gonna cut budgets. We're gonna save money. We're gonna downsize the government. We're gonna da. Then boom, not Trump. Talk all that shit and then put out a bill that adds another $4 trillion. There you go. That'll show us. That'll show us. Trust them to cut. Sure you are. Sure you are. That's the way government goes. Yeah, we're gonna cut this whole department. What are we gonna do with that money? We're gonna start 2 new ones, and we're gonna double fund them. It's gonna be double what that one was. We're gonna create 2 more. But that we cut it. We cut it. We cut that sucker. We're done with it. It's amazing. It is. Did somebody send me a message? Yeah, it's one of those deals where you're just like, what are you doing, guys? Why do we put up with it? How? Well, they've got us so scared that there's not much we can do, right? You've seen people that just go try and talk to a congressman or senator, and they ain't gonna answer. What good does that do? You write letters, you light up their switchboards. They say, oh, you put pressure on them, they'll yield to you. Yeah, but the ADL's on the other line. What are you gonna do? You ain't gonna fight the ADL. And that's just the way they run everything. The way half of our freaking government has dual citizenship. What the hell is that? You shouldn't be able to be elected to a federal position of any kind if you're not a naturalized citizen, not an immigrant, a naturalized citizen. Your next generation can. They can run for office, but you can't. You can't. You shouldn't be able to do that. That's crazy. We can't do that in other countries. That's just nuts, man. I don't get any of that. Are there no good men, no good women, in government that'll stand up and say enough. That'll stand up and say, I've been here for X amount of time and this is the truth. These guys cut deals back here to enrich themselves. If you don't go along, your district doesn't get the funding it needs. You don't get seats on committees, which is extra money. It's just so crooked. So crooked. Our whole lives. Sorry about that. Our whole lives, the three sickest things I think I can think of is my whole life. There's been the jokes about the pedophile priest, jokes about the sleazy car salesman, and the crooked politician. Those three, they have been jokes my whole life. And the only time you have a series of jokes that last for decades and decades is when they're true, when there's truth to it. Because, jokes are funny one time, but if there's no truth in them, they just don't last very long. There's some, but the ones that have truth in them. And those are three that just shouldn't have those kind of jokes. There shouldn't be a format for them. There shouldn't be pedophile priests that we can make jokes out of. There shouldn't be crooked politicians that we can make jokes about. They should be better people. They tell us to vote for them because they have integrity, they have honor, they have all this shit, right? And they end up not having any of it. But hey, could be worse. We could been born in sub-Saharan South Africa or something. We could have been dumped into a bad situation. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read that. But guys, it's crazy. Oh, I don't know what the hell that is. But yeah, guys, you can find some pain relief. You can do it. Brain reprocessing therapy. You can find videos on YouTube. The Way Out book by Alan Gordon. Or you can go online and there's several across the country. There are a lot of practitioners. You can do Zoom calls if there's one in your area. You can go do live appointments. But if you're serious about getting rid of your pain, 8 years I've been looking. I went under the knife to get pain relief and it didn't help. Excuse me. So what do you got to lose? Pray for our people. Pray for peace. Ain't no reason people need to be dying like they're dying right now. I mean, this is just wow. This slaughter. Talk about fish in a barrel, man. Fish in a barrel. And hey, just defending ourselves. Hey, man, just defending ourselves. Drop some food off and wait for them to come for it and start picking them off. See that? Ow. Synagogue of Satan is in full swing. They're hitting on all cylinders. They've got conflict going on every continent. They have got the whole world stirred up just the way they like it. Just the way they like it. While all the chaos is going on, they're enriching themselves and they're killing. They're getting to kill. They love that. They love getting to kill. As soon as that October thing happened, they did a poll of Israelis, and I think it was well over 70 or 80% of people said, yeah, kill them all. Kill them all. Do it now. Just kill them all. Don't hesitate. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? It just, and we're right there 100% behind them. And that whole propaganda of God's chosen people. My whole life I'd heard it. It never sat right with me. I never really was into it that, I gotta be with Israel. Gotta be with Israel. There's no way God's gonna have any favor on me. I gotta bless them. That's what my preacher told me. I have to. I have to. I got no chance. What? What? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's sheer evil indoctrination right there, slipping that in on us and pounding it in. Boom, 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 boom. You gotta, you gotta, you gotta back Israel. You have to. Your soul depends on it. Heaven or hell for you. You pick. Wow. It's always been the Christian thing to do is love your neighbor. But this whole thing worshiping the Zionists is just crazy. The first time I heard Judeo-Christian, I was like, what? Judaism and Christianity are very, very separated. Our Savior is there just dude came along. He's in hell. He ain't nothing. We go by New Covenant. They go Mosaic. Nothing about us should be linked like that. Judeo-Christian. That's crazy. I've noticed a bunch of people are saying they're just going ahead and converting to to Orthodox Christianity, like Russian Orthodox, which is they're the ones that had all the trouble with the Bolsheviks and stuff, have had for centuries over there. But Christianity, man, taking a beating all around the world. Syria, they got the side out, killing more of them. Nobody says a word. Nobody says a word. You have one pigmented person shot by a law enforcement officer in the line of duty, and you got a whole country up against them. But slaughter a whole village of Christians, they probably did something to deserve it. What did those people, how do they justify it? Well, I guess that's my diatribe, my bloviation for the day. I said, it's been a while, a couple of months. I didn't see when my last one was. So look for that healing. Look for the good vibrations, good discernment. All right, you'll make it. Thanks, guys. I love y'all, and I appreciate it. I'm on this YouTube. This is my first time doing my YouTube studio deal, so I'm learning all the stuff on it. But thanks, guys. Love y'all. Good discernment, good vibrations.